Ok, pessoal, bem-vindos novamente ao Underground Voice ao vivo. Hoje tenho o prazer de receber aqui um dos meus ídolos, um dos meus guitarristas favoritos, Ted Aguillar. Man, thank you so much for being here. It's a huge honor for me to meet you and to receive you here at Underground's Voice. You're one of my favorite guitar players ever, so it's really a huge honor. Welcome.
Oh, thank you. Obrigado. Is that how you say it?
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect, perfect.
Yeah.
Well, you guys did the Best of Tracks live stream on May 29. It was a show where you guys played some played songs and some live debuts as well. So, which is great because it's something original and different from a normal show. So, how was this experience, and how was being the feedback from everyone?
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah, it was very different so far. The feedback and the reviews have been good from what we've seen. A lot of fans and people who watched it really seem to love it, and we're really proud of it. It was something very different. We wanted to do something very, very different than what's out there. We watch a lot of streams, of all the bands that we like, that we want to support during this time. And, watching their streams, they had some good streams, but we wanted to do something just a little left field, something, like I said, different. And I think the Bastard Track show, we did pretty good. We picked out really good songs that, a couple we never played before live. Some songs haven't been played. Well, there's probably one or two that haven't been played since like 1988,
Yeah.
89 or something. And there's some, and then the other songs that, probably haven't been played in many, many years. And like I said, I mean, these are songs that, we don't really get to play live because usually we're on tour with somebody and you only have a limited time, like a support slot. You only have like 45 minutes or something,
Yeah.
and you just want to get to the really uh you know how would you say, lack of a better term, hits that the people recognize. And plus we always want to concentrate on the newest record out at the time. So, but it was a lot of work. We invested a lot of time and resources, and we're really proud of it. I'm glad we did it.
And it wasn't just music. We had interviews, we had stories behind some songs. It was like an evening with that angel. So uh, this live stream can be remembered, or like something really important, or the biggest thing you guys did on your career.
Um, it's something to, how would I say it? Of course, it's something to put in our career. It's something that belongs in the Death Angel history books, as
Yeah.
you would say. And as you mentioned, the stories. Yeah, again, we wanted to do something different, and we believe storytelling would be good. Fans would like to hear, some stories behind the songs, or what went behind the songs, or anything that happened regarding that song. And that's because all of us are inspired by, I don't know if you remember, like MTV would have MTV Unplugged or MTV Storytellers, where they play a song, talk about the story. So we kind of like that idea because we're fans of a lot of artists who, you know, when they play a song and there's a story behind it, you kind of listen to it from a different perspective. You're like, oh, you listen to it differently, and we wanted that effect on people who watched it.
Yeah. Anyway, you guys are already working on a new album, right? What can you expect about these new songs? And do you have any idea about the release date or something?
Well, we just started, so it's kind of hard to, there's ideas right now. It's kind of hard to tell you what's it going to sound like, but I could just tell you it's going to be another Death Angel record, another Death Angel record in this moment in time that we're trying to capture. Um, as far as release date, we're not sure. And considering the landscape of the world right now, we're gonna take our time writing it. We're in no hurry. There's no deadline, but we want to get it done, but also have the time to focus on the songs. And if I'd like to say in about a year, maybe it'll be released, but things could change from now until then.
Let's see what's happening in the world.
Yeah, it
Eh,
all depends on the landscape of the world, because if the world opens up, it's kind of hard to predict the future right now.
Yeah,
You know,
it
I
is.
mean, it could open up tomorrow. It could open up in a month. And, let's cross our fingers. It's okay. Who knows? Maybe it might get locked down again. It's kind of hard to tell. So
Yeah.
right now we're just going to focus on writing. And if anything comes up, we'll take it as it comes.
It will be the first album after Humanicide, which is considered for many people the best Dead Angel album since X3. So does that,
Wow.
yeah, does that make you plan the new album differently than usual, or it's not easy to write an album to the same level as Humanicide?
Well, when we go about writing a new record, excuse me,
No problem.
um, we never try to top the last record because you never, it's you can't write a part two to any record.
Yeah,
It's that moment in time that you captured. Once you release a record, that's it. You cannot recreate from the beginning of writing that record to recording and releasing it. That whole moment of time is captured. Now, when you tour for that record and you're done and you come to write a new record, you had all that time. As you know, there's a lot of things that happen on tour. You get exposed to a lot of new music. You know, inspiration could come from anywhere: food, music, people, um, the city that you're in. A lot of things, life could influence you and inspire you. So for each record we go into, we don't try to top the last record. We start with a clean slate and we go, okay, let's just write, and whatever comes out comes out. I mean,
yeah.
and it's kind of hard to tell, like, in what's it going to sound like until it's all recorded, mixed and mastered and released. you know so we just focus on writing the best songs that we can in that moment of time.
Yeah. The band was especially hit by the pandemic because Will Carroll, the drummer, was severely infected and in coma with almost 2 weeks or something. So,
Yeah.
how was that period for the band?
Scary, very scary. I mean, he went into the hospital, I think, several days after we got back from the Bay Strikes Back tour in Europe.
Yeah,
Yeah, we got home, I think, March 12th of 2020, and I think he went in like several days after, and it was a pretty scary time for us. I mean, for the whole band, but I'm going to talk about from my perspective. I've known him since I was 15. Our first four bands were together. First three bands, I joined his band in high school, so I've known him the longest out of everyone in the band. And um, when he went in, it was a pretty scary moment, not only for us but for me, because I didn't know if I was gonna see my friend again. But he got out. He's doing much better now. He's playing
it
better,
is.
and he's in good spirits. And hoping we keep it that way. You know.
Was it because of all this experience that an EP like Under Pressure exists? And beside that, how did you guys get the idea to do an acoustic EP with Queen and David Bowie covers, for example?
It was during the height of the pandemic. I mean, at the time, like, as you couldn't leave your house. Not everything was open. So what could you do but write music? So, we, as a band, we couldn't get together. So Rob and Mark were able to get together, of course, social distancing and, the precautions and all that. And, they just were in the mood to write acoustic music, do some acoustic stuff. They wrote Faded Remains and the Under Pressure by Queen. It's a great song. We love that song. And, they did a good job on it. And there's a couple of other songs that they wanted to rework. Revelation song from Humanicide. They did an acoustic version of that, and
Yeah.
you know, Room with a View. They wanted to just pick from the catalog, and those four songs are really good. Like I said, it happened during the height of the pandemic. What could you do but write music at that time?
It's true. I've seen Dead Angel live twice. The last one at Voa Fest like 4 years ago. But it's impossible to forget the show here in Porto
Mm.
8 or 9 years ago with Exodus, Suicidal Angel, and Ethan, where you play the legendary the Ultraviolence from the start to finish. It's still one of the best shows I ever seen in my life. It was unbelievable. And do you remember anything about this night?
I remember. I don't remember the only thing I remember from the show is the crowd was crazy. They
Yeah.
were really into it. And I remember walking around Porto to the beach. I remember that. And the food was really good. That's all I remember. The food in Portugal was really good. And the show was good. I believe the weather was great too.
I don't remember the weather on that day,
Yeah.
but probably. Yeah. And it was the 25th anniversary of the Ultraviolence back in that day. And well, next year will be the 35th anniversary. So can you expect something special about that?
No. Right now, I mean, we already was it 25 years? Yeah, we celebrated 25 years already. So that celebration is done. But right now, our main focus right now is to move forward and just try to write a new record. You know, of course, when the was it 35th anniversary when it comes, we'll celebrate something. Maybe try to do a re-release of the record. Maybe I'm not sure, but to go out and play it its entirety, we already did that, and I'm glad you got to witness that. But right now, we're just focusing on new stuff and moving forward.
Anyway, this album was released in '87. It's older than me, and even today, it's considered one of the best album of thrash metal history. It was one of the albums that made thrash metal my favorite genre as well.
Oh, good.
Um, yeah, and it's still a big influence as to the new bands today. You hadn't joined the band yet, but how important do you think the Ultraviolent is in that Angel history and in metal history?
I think it's very important. Like you said, it's an album, very, very great thrash metal record. And having also its importance too, not only the good songwriting, but during the time those guys were really young. It was very
Yeah.
rare that you get a bunch of teenagers writing that style of music, and that style of music that impacted the whole genre of thrash metal. They were young. I mean, Jesus, they were the teenagers. You're like, wow. you know that it's really important, and it's an album that helped pioneer the genre. So it's a very, very important album in thrash metal history, without a doubt. Without a doubt.
It is. It is. And what can you expect in the next few weeks from the band?
Well, we have this Saturday is the last day to view our Bastard Track show. So
Yeah.
it's up for another 3 days. Wait, for 3 days. And we're just gonna start continuing to write a record. Write some songs. I mean, right now we have nothing in the future. We don't know what's going on. Hopefully something comes up, because in the United States here, there's a lot of tours being booked. And there's a lot of festivals in the US being booked, and it seems to be opening up. So who knows? Maybe we might get back out on the road in the fall. I'm not sure. But right now we'll wait. And in the meantime, we'll just write some music.
Good music as always. And
Yeah.
and finally, thank you so much for being here once again. It was a huge honor to be talking with you a little bit. So any last words for the Portuguese fans and Underground's Voice viewers?
Oh man. We what was last time Portugal, I think it was the festival in 2019, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Satyricon, I believe. Yeah, we were just in and out. But to all the Portuguese fans, thank you for all your support. We can't wait to get back there to Lisbon and Porto. Beautiful cities, good food, nice weather, and can't wait to just not only get back to Portugal, but to get back anywhere out on the road. We can't wait to play for the fans, and we just can't wait for the fans to experience live music and to experience Death Angel. So, obrigado, everyone.
Well, once again, thank you. Hope to see you soon, and please stay safe.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.